All right, so this is the men's pro. We have, in the first group out, we have Chris Hacker at 9 up, Ken Lance at 10 up, and Tommy Gomez at 10 up. We're just getting started here on top of the mountain. The next group up will be Levi Morgan at 18 up, Danny McCarthy at 21 up, and Jacob Sluzars at 11. I want to remind everybody that this weekend's coverage is brought to you by Matthews Archery. All right, everybody, Levi Morgan up right now, target 1. We're having some connectivity issues up here, but Levi Morgan at 18 up, shooting the hog. Levi Morgan has just shot an 8 low. An 8 low for Levi Morgan on his first target. Just want to give you a quick reminder that this weekend's coverage is brought to you by Matthews. The first group out was Donnie Thacker at 9 up and Ken Lance and Tommy Gomez at 10 up. This is the second group. This will be the top peer group. It's Levi Morgan at 18, Danny McCarthy at 21, and Jacob Sluzars at 11. Levi Morgan shot an 8 on his first arrow for score today. I want to remind everybody, this weekend's coverage is brought to you by Matthews. Please like and share this live feed. The more of you that share the live feed, the more people can tune in and watch. So that is definitely not the start of the day that Levi Morgan was looking for. It's going to be a 10 tweener tall for Jacob Sluzars. All right, here we go. Here's your leader coming into today. Danny McCarthy had a 3-point lead over Levi Morgan. And with that 8 to start for Levi, that's going to give Danny the opportunity to, in theory, close this out on the first target of the day. So as soon as Danny shoots, we will get the camera down there quick to get a good look at it, and then we will move on to the next target. It's pretty awesome to see a good group of folks here behind us that walked up on the mountain to watch this. All right, here we go. Danny McCarthy, first arrow for score. Day 3, 2021 IBO Worlds. Danny McCarthy has shot a 5 high. Let's go down there and take a look at these. All right, so Danny McCarthy has shot an incredibly high arrow on this target. Looks like it just missed the 8-line high. We'll take a closer look. All right, we're going to stay right here and see what these arrow calls are. Yep, 10.85. So Danny McCarthy has shot a 5 on his first target. Camera down here. We're actually going to watch more arrow impacts, I think. Go ahead and comment on this live feed. Let us know if you want to watch more of the archer shooting. All right, folks, we're trying to deal with these connection issues, but if anything else, we are recording this. We are on the top of Seven Springs. Not really sure what's happening with our connection issues right now, but we are doing everything we can. All right, everybody, huge swing on that first target there. Levi Morgan shot an 8, and Danny McCarthy shot a 5. So Levi Morgan and Danny McCarthy on target 2 are now tied for the 2021 IBO Worlds. All right, folks, we're trying to get the live feed back up, but right now we are unable. We have full service up here, but for some reason it is not wanting to work for us. Jacob Sluzar's taking his time there, getting ready to go. All right, here we go. Jacob Sluzar's to full draw. Let's take a look at that arrow right there. Jacob Sluzar's. Can't see the target from over here. All right, folks, we're just going to keep coming along here. Danny McCarthy at full draw. Danny needs to rebound from that 5. If needed, we will put this up as edited content. We're having some connection issues. Can't see that arrow from the side over here. Looks like a tweener 10 for Jacob Sluzars at 1 and a tweener 10 for Danny McCarthy at 4. Levi Morgan at full draw. All right, folks. So that's going to be a 10-10-10 for Levi Morgan, Danny McCarthy, and Jacob Sluzars. Folks, we're here on target 3. IBO Worlds shoot off in the men's pro. Huge swing on the very first target with Levi Morgan shooting an 8. Danny McCarthy shooting a 5, giving Danny remaining at a 3-point lead. Excuse me, making them tied. All 3 hit 10s on the last target. Danny McCarthy up on target 3. Wolf. McCarthy to full draw on the wolf. Might be an 11 right there at 12. The folks behind us are saying that that's just over the 11 for a 10. Levi Morgan. Dead center 11 for Levi Morgan. All right, Jacob Sluzar's up on target 3. Levi has 11 this. Dan McCarthy has a 10-11. Close one at 12. Everyone is saying that it's out. All right, Jacob Sluzar's on target number 3. Good shot by Jacob Sluzar's there. It's going to be 11 at 3 o'clock. All right, so if that arrow from Danny McCarthy's is called a 10, that's going to put Levi Morgan ahead by 1. All right, everybody, I apologize for that. For some reason, the connection here on top of the mountain is giving us fits, but we are back. Whoa, for the first 3 targets is all I can say. So apologize for that, but on the first target, Levi Morgan leads off with an 8. Jacob Sluzar shoots a 10, and Danny McCarthy shoots a 5, which put Levi and Danny tied. All 3 archers shot 10s on the second target. And we need to verify whether Danny's arrow was a 10 or 11 there. Stand by. So Levi 10's target number 3, and Danny 11's it. So on target number 3 of the 2021 IBO Worlds, Levi Morgan has taken the lead. Apologize, everybody, for the connection issues. We can't control the internet up here, so we have good service, but for some reason it's given us fits. I want to remind everybody that this weekend's coverage is brought to you by Matthews. Please like and share this live feed so everybody can tune in. The more people that share this live feed, the more people can watch. So here we go, Levi Morgan. Things got very, very tense here. They're now shooting a downhill cougar. And one note, Levi Morgan has changed releases. Levi Morgan is now shooting a hinge. He was shooting a thumb button yesterday. I can't help it, Danny. Danny says I don't have to whisper. All right, here we go. Levi Morgan. Good downhill panther right here. Cougar. Looks like Levi Morgan just bit the 11 at 4. So things have gotten tense very, very quickly here at IBO Worlds. I will be checking my phone to see what y'all are up to. This is Greg Poole with Bowjunky Media. Hopefully this live feed sticks. We're still on top of the mountain. I'm looking at a cell phone tower, so I don't know what the problem was, but we're back. It's 2021 IBO shoot-off in the men's pro. Incredible change on the very first target. Danny shot a 5, Levi shot an 8, and Jacob shot a 10. So on the third target, Levi 11'd it and Danny 10'd it. So that gave Levi a 1-point lead. Now we have a real battle for this title. Also, Levi Morgan switched to a hinge, so not sure exactly what that's about. He was shooting a thumb button yesterday, but coming out with that 8 was definitely not how he wanted to start it. Danny and Levi just made a comment to each other. They said, it's so quiet, it's weird. Yeah, well, it gets quiet in the Vegas shoot-off too, doesn't it? That's an 8 for Jacob Slusar Slow. Levi had his hands out and was looking at him. Yes, his hands were shaking. If I get the opportunity, I'll ask why Levi switched to a hinge, but for right now. So target number 4, Danny McCarthy needs this to stay in the hunt with Levi Morgan. Do want to remind everybody that the other groups are starting 20 minutes behind this group, so today we will not be able to live feed all 3 groups, but we'll do our best. Kathy is going to be following the women and the men, the seniors behind us. Danny McCarthy looks to have hit an 11 right at 4 o'clock. All right, we're going to come down here and get set up on this next target. Just want to remind everybody, Greg Poole here with Bowjunky Media. We're at the 2021 IBO Worlds. Stakes back there. We'll go ahead and get this set up down there on the target as best we can. This will be target number 5. We will get an official scoring update. The group ahead of these guys is gone. Tommy Gomez and them are well ahead. We'll get this camera set up and we will need to go down the hill. to thank everybody for Justin Martin. Yeah. Right. Wouldn't that be a rigged podcast? All right, so we've got the camera positioned on this target, and we have to actually come down the hill. Can't really see who's at full draw up there, but we'll be able to tell by arrows. Let me go off to the side here and see if I can get an angle. Nope. All right, so we're down the hill. We can't necessarily see who's shooting first right now, but we'll be able to tell by the arrows. Beautiful courses here at Seven Springs, but obviously shooting on the slope side here makes it a little bit difficult to get set up and then all right, so a huge turn of events in the first couple targets here at IBO Worlds in the men's pro. Just a programming note. Just a programming note, they started the men and then the women 20 minutes behind and the seniors 20 minutes behind them, I believe. So we're not going to be able to live feed all of the classes. Just simply can't cover all of those, but we will cover the men's and then come back around as best we can. We were hoping there'd be about an hour and 20-minute gap so we could live feed the men's and then do a live feed for each of the other classes, but it just didn't work out. Things got incredibly tense here very, very quickly. If you look on the comments here in the live feed, you'll see that Kathy is updating the women's scores. That started behind here. Alan, this is definitely a downhill, side hill shot, yes, for sure. You ain't kidding, Rick. It's very hard to see. Very hard to cover, I should say. So we will actually have to hump it back up this hill because this is a pull and return. But wanted to give everybody a good view of this target. Once again, we are at the 2021 IBO Worlds. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Matthews. The first group out was Donnie Thacker, Tommy Gomez, and Ken Lance. And they are moving, so we don't even see them anymore. But the second top group, Levi, Danny, and Jacob Sluzars. Danny started the day at 21, Levi at 18, Jacob at 11. First target of the day, Levi starts off with an 8. And for all intents and purposes, if Dan had hit a 10, that would have probably been a wrap for the tournament. But this is unknown yardage, folks, and Danny McCarthy shot a 5. So at this point, after 4 targets, Levi Morgan leads IBO Worlds by 1 coming into this target. If there is a tie, they will shoot 1 arrow closest to center for the win. Levi's actually been in that position before. I believe he had to have a shoot-off with Eric Griggs at Ellicottville. He's probably had to have more than one, but Levi had a closest to center for IBO Worlds against Eric Griggs many years ago at Ellicottville. Just want to remind everybody this is unknown distance. These shooters have to figure out the distance and then shoot accordingly. We can't see up and over the hill to see the archers. We actually came downrange, set up the camera, and stepped off to the side. We are literally standing on the side of a ski slope. So that looks like that is Jacob Sluzars that just shot. All I can see is his veins from the back side of the target. I can't tell where that arrow impacted, so I'll have to watch, see where it hits on the live feed as well. Looks like that's going to be a 10-8 liner for Jacob. It's good to see Jacob Sluzars come out here and make it in the hunt. He's a good kid. I like to watch him shoot. He's got a really strong shot. He loads up, aims really well, has a real explosive, shot after the arrow goes, and it's just kind of fun to watch him shoot. He's got a good mental game. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and just going to come out here and grip it and rip it, and it's fun. So it's good to see some fresh blood on this top target. Chris Hacker, did I say Donnie Thacker? No idea how I got that. Mike, the first target was a black target, kind of back into a big cutout. Travis, turn your volume up. We're having some audio issues, I guess. Okay. All right, everything's checking out on the audio on our end, folks. All right, Chris and Mike said their audio's fine too, all right? I'm not saying it's not possible. We are literally standing on the side of a ski slope. My Achilles tendons are going to be an inch longer by the time this is over. We are not sure who's... All right, that's going to be Danny McCarthy's arrow that just impacted. Once again, I cannot see him on the backside, but Danny's arrow should be appearing here any second. Good shot from Danny right there. Looks like it hung the 11 at 9 o'clock, but we'll have to take a closer look once we get up there. Next up to shoot, of course, is Levi Morgan. For those that were watching our live feed yesterday and coverage of the weekend, Danny McCarthy shooting smaller arrows, Levi Morgan, of course, shooting triple X's. So Levi chose to go the big arrow route this event. Just a matter of what setup is shooting the best for that particular person. Greg's breathing, yes. Dude, I try. I'll definitely be holding the mic behind me when I walk up this hill. So it definitely looks like the IBO has stretched things out a little bit from the course yesterday. For those of you watching the live feed, there is a scoring update for the women after 3 targets for the second group with Brandy Martin, Emily McCarthy, and Kaylee Johnston. Brandy Martin 10 down, Emily 20 down, Kaylee 15 down. All right, there's Levi Morgan. Let's go up here and take a look. All right, Levi and Danny are 11s. Jacob will be a 10. Pull and return, it says on that yellow stake up there, doesn't it? Pull and return? Yeah, it does. All right, so let's head back up this hill and get set up on the next target. And the women have caught up. We will get a scoring update as soon as this group gets to the next stake. All right, we'll show the archers and the crowd on this one right here. All right, I'm here with Jacob. Let's get a quick update on scores here real quick after 5.
He down after 5 on
So that puts,
he's 21, he's at 18.
so Danny's at 18 for the weekend.
I was 18, he's 1 up, he's 19.
Levi Morgan's 19.
And 10.
10 for Jacob Sluzars. So Jacob hanging in there. Levi Morgan has retaken the lead at IBO Worlds on day 3. Yeah, there's a good 20, 30 people walking the mountain here just to watch this particular shoot down, which is great to see. Danny McCarthy will be first up. At some point I'll ask Levi about his release change, but I have to wait for... I'm sorry, what?
I changed for 1 target. Yeah. For now.
Okay, so Levi Morgan heard me and said that he only switched to the hinge for 1 target. Now he switched back to the thumb button for now. All right, here we go, Danny McCarthy. Center 11 for Danny McCarthy. That's a good shot by Dan right there. Now going from the archers to this target, it starts the slope, so it's cut grass and weeds, but there's a hump, so you can literally only see the bottom of the bear's belly. You can't see the legs, and you cannot see the ground. Levi Morgan to full draw. Levi Morgan crushes an 11 just above Danny McCarthy's arrow. Both of those arrows are inside out 11s. Now it doesn't count as a 12 here, but both of those are inside out. All right, Jacob Slusar's taking his time to acquire the distance. Are three archers? Yeah. Are three archers shooting for the world championship with nobody watching, or is there anyone watching? That's what they want to know. Apparently not. The crowd keeps a hush. Yeah. All his jokes. Yeah. Every joke they have to say is not appropriate for him. In other words, right. In other words, when you see a good shot, it's okay to let everybody know. All right, here we go. Jacob Slusar's. Levi and Danny want the crowd to make some noise.
Loins.
Straight to the right. For a 10 for Jacob Slusar's. So, for those of you wondering about crowd noise at events, you just heard two of the goats in 3D archery telling the crowd that when they see a good shot, it's okay to not hold your breath. They're still not laughing. It's a rough crowd. It's a rough crowd we got out here. Samantha Morgan's just over there stressing. What's your blood pressure right now? About 220 over 110? It was over there, though. John Vazzi did make a good point. He said we're all in shock after that first target. Likewise. It was so hardcore it dropped my live feed. How about that? So all right, we're gonna mosey on around here. Let's get the target here on this fallow axis, whatever they want to call it. All right, I'm gonna mosey down here by the camera. Make sure we don't drop the live feed. We're gonna get on target. So Larry Cade set this shoot-off range. They are shooting from behind a big tree and some shrubs and a post for the lift over some shrubbery that I think Dan McCarthy can see over, but barely. He's actually walking to the side now. So first up here is Levi Morgan. Levi Morgan to full draw. Levi Morgan shoots. There we go. Hey, look at that. The crowd cheers and applauds for an 11. That's what we're talking about. And actually, Danny McCarthy and Levi were talking about that. They literally said, "Are 3 archers shooting for the IBO World Championships if it's this quiet?" And so trying to get the crowd involved. So for those of you sticky pants out there that are like, "What about courtesy?" Even the best archers in the world are asking why it's so quiet. So food for thought. It was just when I got too far away. All right, is the sound a little bit better now? I see Joel Maxfield has joined us. So Levi crushed that one right there. The crowd clapped and applauded. Obviously, after getting called out by Levi Morgan and Danny McCarthy, the crowd is up. Sound any better? Someone give me a comment. Is the sound any better? Do we still have static? All right, here we go. Jacob Sluzars comes to full draw. Seriously, Chris, I could not agree. Static comes and goes. So Jacob Sluzars has been hitting right pretty much all day. So at some point he's going to need to make an adjustment there. Can't say if that one's in the 10 or not. It's straight right of Levi. That could be an 8 for Jacob Sluzars right there. So as much as we thought that 3 points should be enough for Dan McCarthy, on the very first target of the day, he gave up that. Levi shot an 8. He had the window of opportunity to close this out, shot a 5. And right now, on the 6th target, Levi Morgan has a 1-point lead with a center 11. So if Danny McCarthy doesn't hit this one, he's going to go down by 2 with only 4 targets to go. All right, here we go. Danny McCarthy coming to full draw. Depending on how he's holding, he'll be shooting any time between now and 15 seconds. I'm not counting. Levi Morgan, center this. All right, that's going to be an 11 for Levi Morgan, a 10 for Danny McCarthy, and a 10 for Jacob Sluzars. So Levi Morgan is going to take a 2-point lead at the 2021 IBO Worlds with 4 targets to go. Right, Chris, he's hit right on several for Jacob Sluzars, so at some point he's just got to make the adjustment. And there is a pretty good crowd up here on top of the mountain behind us. Oh, they're shooting over. They're shooting over some weeds here, folks. Let's get the camera right here for a second just to show these folks from the stake what they're going to be shooting at. They're going to be shooting at that bear. This is a pull and return, so let's get set up on the archers right here, and we will we'll call arrows as needed. That's one of the things about doing these live feeds in the field, folks, is it's about timing. If we have time, we can get down to the target, and then we can do a couple of the targets, but then as the rotation comes, we have to go back to the other. So they are not seeing the ground here whatsoever. That's why we pay extra for those knobs, right? All right, so here we go. Looks like Jacob Sluzars will be first up. He got to the stake first. All right, here comes Chris Hacker up the hill, so I'm gonna actually see where they are. Chris Hacker's making his way back up. So are you guys done, or did you quit?
Oh, we're done.
Where did you guys end up?
8 up for the weekend. Me,
Hacker's 8 up for the weekend.
Gomez was 12.
Gomez is 12. All right. Ken Lance have a rough day.
He had a bad day. Yeah.
That's too bad. Great weekend here, though. Give us your thoughts.
Great weekend other than the first 2 targets at the shoot-off. Back-to-back 8s, and at that point, it's like, maybe you'll get lucky, but it's probably done at that point.
Well, Levi shot an 8 on the first target, and Danny shot a 5, so things have been exciting all day.
Oh, yeah. It's a tricky target. You can get anybody.
Absolutely. Levi currently leads by 2. So Chris Hacker with an update on the first group there. All right, let's get back in position over here. So they cannot see the ground to this target at all. It goes from some grass to 30-inch tall weeds to a standing bear. It's pretty awesome to see the amount of people up here on top of the mountain following along with this. There's Mr. Larry Cade back here. We're going to catch a quick word with him. So, all right, Larry, so you set this shoot-off course, correct?
Yes.
All right, so is it any coincidence that it somewhat mirrors the courses that you set up in difficulty?
No, I like to hide things and make it a little more difficult and take the ground away. That's what I try to do. Use what I got to work with.
There you go. Great job so far, bud. So Larry Cade actually sets up the first event of this year and sets an incredibly good course. So right here. First up. Just missed the 11 at 4 o'clock. Jacob's still shooting solid out there. So just a quick reminder for those watching, Tommy Gomez finishes at 12 up. Chris Hacker finishes at 9. Levi Morgan leading the IBO Worlds by 2. Larry does a fantastic job setting all of the ranges that he sets, so this IBO Worlds is no different. All right, here we go. Danny McCarthy needs to make a move here. 11, right on the line at 3 o'clock. There we go. Yeah, see? The crowd claps and applauds. To which Danny says, crowd favorite. Levi Morgan has switched back to the hinge. Here we go, Levi Morgan to full draw. Levi Morgan's arrow is a screamer at 1 o'clock. That's not the first time today, Danny. I'm here. Danny says I'm here, but I'm not here. So, right. Right. Pull and return, Levi. Pull and return, brother. All right, let's get down to the next target, Travis, and we'll get set up on the target. This is kind of what I'm talking about as far as timing. The rotation of the targets and how they are, shooting and pulling, and if they're pulling and returning, we have to basically have the camera set and pretty much adjust it. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Here we go. Right here. We'll get this set up on this Wolverine. Trying to figure out the sound, not sure what's happening here. Trying to work on the static. So are you guys saying it's time for some new mics? Oh, the mic is, I haven't found out what Levi's score on the last target is yet. Much better. I didn't even do anything. So that's what we're dealing with up here on top of the mountain is I haven't even touched anything. I'm just standing here looking angry. So we literally have no idea what's causing the static. But we're just going to keep doing what we do, and here we go. Three targets to go here for the pro man at the 2000 Worlds. I'll ask Levi here in a minute if that arrow caught, but I'm out in the middle of in between the stake and the target, so I can't really yell. I'll remind everybody. We were going to swing around, but the women have caught up to us, and I would have supposed the seniors are right behind them. So as we finish up with these men here in just a couple targets, we will keep the live going, and we'll backtrack a little bit. And everybody like and share this live feed, please. If we could get some more shares on here and some more of those and those hearts on there, that would be great. Caleb Tucker by Levi's last target, but Levi in the lead by 1 or 2. Looks as though Danny McCarthy has addressed the stake, so Danny will be first up to shoot. Well, and he has an arrow in his bow, so inside out 11 for Danny McCarthy. The crowd lets him know. McCarthy already called out the crowd for not making any noise. Levi and Dan literally said to each other, if there's 3 archers out here shooting for the IBO World Championships and nobody in the crowd claps or applauds or makes any noise, did it actually happen? So now as archers are making good shots, the crowd's cheering and applauding. So Jacob Sluzars here is not going to have a lot of room to get in on that 11. Like and share this live feed, folks. Let's get everybody on here. Jacob Sluzars to full draw. Really good shot there by Jacob. We'll have to see if that catches the line. I'm going to ask him when it goes by if that. So Levi Morgan's arrow on that bear did catch 11, but Danny and Levi smash that Wolverine. So that's going to be a 2-point lead for Levi Morgan with 2 targets to go at the 2021 IBO Worlds. Hey, look, there's make sure I don't. See, folks, I just literally almost walked away from the camera too far. I'm telling you, I need a leash. All right, here it comes. Well, this is actually the last target right here, so that was target 9. All right, here we go. It's Tommy Gomez, everybody. Great shooting this weekend, bud.
Appreciate it.
All right, so how did things go for you today? You guys got out there and gone. We couldn't even really catch up to you.
Yeah, stayed clean, no 8s, just hit a couple 11s, and it seemed like it was going to work out for 3rd, I guess.
It's kind of how it's looking. They got 1 target to go. You got to be feeling pretty good about making a podium at Worlds this year.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty good feeling.
All right, congratulations. All right, so this last target is the javelina, And it's pretty much a bomb. It is a bomb. We have apparently found all the bugs on top of 7 springs on this target. So, all right, folks, here we go. This is the last target of the 2021 IBO Worlds. No, Chris, they probably don't, but I need one. Nathan Brooks. All right, everybody, here we go. Levi Morgan on the final target of IBO Worlds 2022. Levi has a 2-point lead coming into this. All right, Levi Morgan to full draw. $11 for Levi Morgan. That is going to... It's okay, everybody. There we go. Danny's like, what about my hug? All right. I'm here with Levi Morgan, your 2021 IBO championship. Yeah, you got the go-go juice flowing right there. So let's just get right to it. After that first target, what were you thinking?
It's over. I thought I'd lost it, but I said, Lord, it's in your hands. This is what it is. It's been a good year. Danny shot unbelievable. I thought there's no way with that mistake, and I don't know, they just landed after that. And that one right there was not me, because I was a nervous wreck, bad footing, my least favorite target out here. I just can't believe it. I've never felt like this after a win before. It's just when somebody's that good, they just push you so hard mentally, and to try to stay focused and just in it and not just completely fold and give up. Holy cow, I don't even know what to say.
All right, so let's talk about that release change. Explain.
Well, when my pen starts moving a lot with a button, I freeze on it and I won't execute. And on these bad footing downhill shots, the world's on the line, my pen was just all over the place. And I said, I got to get something that's got some movement and I can just try to execute a good shot. And yeah, that's the reason right there. I was just freezing and just sitting and over aiming with it. So
Awesome. Congratulations, buddy.
thanks, Greg. Thank you.
All right. Jacob Sluzar's here. I'm not sure where Jacob hit on the last couple arrows there, but I'll tell you what, with Tommy Gomez being 12 up, I'm not sure if even 11 here will get Jacob Sluzars on the podium, but he shot incredibly well. And I can testify, folks, Levi Morgan was shaking like a leaf. Literally, his hands were shaking. Absolutely shaking. Good shot by Jacob Sluzars to end it. Great shot right there. Let me go see where he ended up. Where's that going to put you on the weekend?
I think 12, to be honest with you.
Oh, all right. 12. So we may have depending on how they do it, we might either have an 11 count or a shoot off. What do you think, Darren? 11 count or shoot off? 11s. Okay. Okay. So Tommy Gomez doesn't get to put his bow away yet from the way it looks. So that apparently Jacob did catch that last 11, so that's going to be a huge, huge arrow right there for Jacob. Here we go, Danny McCarthy. Good shot by Danny McCarthy right there. It's blocked by the shafts, but can't see his shaft on the other side, but that's a great shot by Danny McCarthy. So there's a little bit of mixed opinions up here. So have we come to a consensus whether that's will be a shoot off? Well, if Larry said shoot off, then that's probably what it's going to be. So, all right, Tommy, you thought you were done for the day. You got one more arrow.
Yeah, one more arrow to go.
I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to start a betting line on who gets their arrow off quicker, you or Jacob. I'm
Shoot faster than Jacob. I shot with them all weekend.
Tommy will get them on and get them gone. That is for sure. Great shooting this weekend, bud. And for those of you wondering, Tommy Gomez actually has a job. And it's not shooting professional archery anymore. He actually works for TOG. So how much time do you actually get to practice this stuff anymore?
Not very much. I shot 4 arrows before this weekend when I got here.
4. That's no? Okay. Darren's looking down there, and they're looking close at an arrow. So all of that is preliminary, of course, except for Levi Morgan. He won. Great shooting this weekend by Levi. Great shooting by Danny. Danny absolutely killed it yesterday. But like you heard Levi say on that first arrow, he thought it was over. 10? We'll see. Tommy says, we'll see. Right. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic round today. So they are down there. Jacob just kind of pulled the old deep Martrillis teapot, so he doesn't. That's generally not a positive sign. Yep. All right, let's see here. Great shooting, Jacob. Great shooting. All right, Jacob Sluzars ends at an 11. That means Tommy Gomez officially third place, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to be it. All right, I'm going to catch a quick word here with Dan McCarthy. That was probably one of, if not the most exciting IBO, if not 3D shoot-offs we've ever seen. So let's just get right to it. Target number 1.
Target number 1, I judged it. I probably had too much on it from the start, maybe a yard or so. Watched some guys shoot low, kind of set myself up for, maybe I'm not seeing these things good today. Levi shot low, which is, rare to miss that bad. I couldn't tell for sure if it was an 8 or whatever, but I second guessed myself, I added a little bit, actually broke a pretty good shot. Just climbed out the top for a 5. And I mean, it happens. It's just part of the game. I knew that's a very realistic possibility. People think, we don't make mistakes, but we obviously do as part of this game. And it's not the first time I've done it. It won't be the last time I'll do it.
Right.
Well, it is what it is.
Like Michael Jordan said, he's made a whole bunch of winning shots, but he's missed even more.
Yeah, and I mean, we knew this going in. I did anyway. Anybody I've shot against Levi 100 times or more, several more than that. And it's just, I knew it was going to be a battle regardless today. I know, both of us are capable of coming out and shooting 10-11s on this course. It was a tough course, good final round, and he shot extremely well. I mean, we had, it's fun. That stuff's fun. I mean, like I said, I lost, but I don't care. I mean, I still had a good time. I mean, it's just we push each other pretty hard, and I think that's the best part of this stuff. I just enjoy it. I enjoy the game.
Absolutely. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, that's Dan McCarthy right there, a true professional competitor. And that, like Danny has said, he's won a bunch of these. He's lost a bunch of these. Right now, we're going to kick rocks, and we're going to go catch up with the women and the seniors, because what else are we going to do? Let's roll. Shoot, champ. All right. Levi, you want to come commentate these with me? No? Okay. All right. All right. So this first group of women that we're coming up on is going to be the second peer group. So we're gonna walk by that and get to our champions. We can keep moving. Our champions, but our leader, I should say, Sharon Wallace. That was exciting. I got it. I heard you. Yes. All right, folks, we're going to get set up right here on this bear and wait for the women. So apparently I'm an idiot. As far as the static goes, I tend to let the mic come down on my hand till I hit the battery pack, so that might have been our problem. Yeah, Ken, those two guys are absolutely phenomenal. That's one of the things I love about Danny is he's like, look, he's not braggadocious, he's not arrogant. He's just like, look, I'm in this position a lot. I'm going to win, I'm going to lose. Either way, I got to fight another day. So that's true. Here comes our women's top group. And yes, I'm out of breath. It's Cara Kelly, Melissa Kilburn, Sharon Wallace. Oh, there's Kathy. She's coming along. So I will get Kathy down here and we will get a scoring update. It's Sharon Wallace. She made it. So this is the top peer group for the women's. This is target number 8. Sorry we couldn't live feed every class as all 10. They put them too close together, but here we are. We'll get the last 3 and then we'll run back and see what else we can get. All right, here we go. Scoring update. After 46 targets here at IBO Worlds, Sharon Wallace is +3, Cara Kelly's -8, and Melissa Kilburn's -10. Anybody in the other group make up any ground today, babe? Kathy doesn't want to talk. Brandy Martin, 10 down, and Kaylee Johnston, 14 down. Okay. So it kind of looks like first is taken care of. On the senior side, after 45, Jeff Hopkins is +12. Ooh, he's crushing. Jeff Kirkland, Tony Taza, and Tim Gillingham are all 5 up, and Ray Young is even. Ooh, Jeff Hopkins came out to play today. All right, let me get my bearings here again. All right, everybody. I see a bunch of you left. So share this live feed so we can follow the ladies on these last 3. I mean, there's still hundreds and hundreds of you there. I get it, but watching these ladies shoot's going to be awesome too. And then the men are two targets behind this, so the seniors. So when this is done, we'll beat cheeks back up here and check out the seniors. But all right, here we go. Melissa Kilburn. There's first up on the bear. This is the bear that they cannot see the ground on. Letdown for Melissa. They do get 2 letdowns. Third letdown, they have to fire the arrow. I'm up here sweating like I'm on the Mayflower, and Sharon Wallace has a hot pad. There's a little bit of wind. Yeah, a little bit of wind came across the top of this, so this is going to be her third draw, so she'll have to shoot this arrow. All right, Melissa on her third draw. Wind has died down. Good shot, just off the 11 at 4 o'clock. That's a good shot from Melissa Kilburn right there. This is a tough target. Current leader, Sharon Wallace, is up next. Sharon doing everything she can to see the target distance. She cannot see the ground, so you'll see her rocking from side to side, looking down, looking up, doing everything she can to try to get a distance. Once again, just to remind everybody, once an archer in the IBO 3D period comes to full draw and aims on the target, if they let down, they cannot change their sight. So once they come to full draw, the sight setting is what it is. Now, of course, if they think that they're over or under on their yardage, they can aim high or low, but they cannot adjust the yardage. As you see, Sharon's kind of moving around trying to get good footing. IBO rules. You have to touch the stake, whether it's front, back, or either side. Here we go, Sharon Wallace. That's an 8 high for Sharon Wallace. Cara and Sharon, a couple of the best 3D female archers there are. Here we go, Cara Kelly. Ooh, dead pinwheel. Put clock hands on that for Cara Kelly. Cara Kelly knows what time it is. It's dead center time. She was just showing off to the camera, I'm pretty sure. See? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That was a good shot. All right, we're gonna go get set up on the target once again here on this badger or Wolverine or whatever the hell it is. Wolverine. Just as a point of reference, for those of you that want to measure any amount of badassery, Aaron Snyder from Kafaru harvested a Wolverine with his trad bow at literally like 10 feet. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. That's another level of knock when you walk. I just got bombarded by a bug right in the face hole. The humidity is getting a little higher today, but overall temperatures are fantastic. Humidity's not too bad, even for my soft left coast self. Yes, Jeff Hopkins is killing it today. Trying to leave no doubt. Ladies are judging the distance. All three are on the line, going through their processes. There are many. I'm not good at any of them, so I'm just simply going to commentate it, but there are many ways that these elite level archers judge distance. It's not just the ground, it's not just the size of the target. There's lots of things, whether it's finding the middle. I mean, I've even heard guys draw back and aim and say, I got the yardage wrong because I'm aiming either too good or not good enough. There's lots of amazing adaptations that these archers have developed over the years to figure out the yardage. It's super impressive. There's a shoot-off between Jacob and Tommy Larry because they tied for third, and apparently at Worlds, all podium ties are shot off. That was the consensus. Oh, that's what Larry Cade said, so they'll be shooting off because that's what they do. Still not quite sure who's going to be first up to shoot here. I know it's not Melissa. She stepped to the side. Looks like it's going to be Sharon Wallace. So our leader looks like she's going to be first up on the Wolverine. Oh, you're right, Burley. My bad. I was confused by all the stuff down there. You're right. There is no shoot-off. We thought there was, but then they called Jacob Sluzar's arrow out. Thanks, Burley. My bad on that. I think it was running back up this hill that made me lose about 2 minutes of my memory. So Burley Hall is absolutely correct. Tommy got third. We thought Jacob Sluzar's had hit 11 on that, and that would have put him at 12. So Burley Hall is absolutely correct. Full draw snowshoe and a mountain biker. We were live feeding that as well, and a mountain biker came riding down the path right in front of the target while Cara was at full draw, and I yelled, "Hey!" Scared everybody, including the biker, myself a little. I just don't think a live feed of some BMX mountain biker getting shot by Cara Kelly would have been necessarily good for the sport. Oh, I did slide my hand down to the damn battery, my bad. There we go. Women's leader Sharon Wallace at full draw. Sorry about that, folks. That's my fault. Sharon Wallace at full draw again. And that's a great inside out 11 for Sharon Wallace on the 3 o'clock side. Fantastic shot. Seriously, Brian, that's a fact. Great shot by Sharon Wallace right there. Next up is Cara Kelly. Actually, Dan, the picture's not frozen on a target. We have positioned the camera on the target to show arrow impacts. And I'm letting you guys know what the archers are doing. We've been kind of mixing it up between showing archers, showing targets as time allows, meaning the rotation of time as archers have to walk down, score, and return, we're able to kind of rotate where the camera is. All right, here we go. Cara Kelly at full draw. Oh, great shot by Cara Kelly right there. That is an inside out 11 at 12 o'clock. So they are absolutely pounding this Wolverine right now. All right, so in the first group, after 50 targets, we have Kaylee Johnson at 13 down, Brandy Martin at 17 down, and Emma McCarthy must have had not the showing today in the 10 targets she was wanting, so she'll be out of the hunt. But at this point, Kaylee Johnston could find herself in the mix depending on what happens with this group. Melissa Kilburn at full draw. And that's a solid 10 at 4 o'clock for Melissa Kilburn. So great shooting by the ladies right there. All right, we're going to gather up the camera and head on down to the Met and the seniors have caught us. So we will probably head down here to the final target. The seniors.
Not today.
All right, so the women, of course, always having good conversations, lots of camaraderie out here, period, whether it's the male pros, women pros, senior pros. Obviously, Jeff Hopkins is pounding today, but I really wanted to be able to live feed that Jeff Hopkins, Tim Gillingham combo today. For those of you that have been around the sport for a while, I don't need to explain why. We will work our way down here to this last heavy. Last target of the event for these female pros. This will be target number 50, number 10 of the day. Same javelina, they're shooting that's one of the things I love about the IBO is the women pros, female pros shoot the exact same targets as the male pros and senior pros. Same targets, and more importantly, same distances. And I will leave it at that. It's not always that way. Picture's super white, Trav. That's what happens, folks, when you're walking from target to target. The camera auto adjusts, but we'll get her dialed back in.
Hey, Brandy, you want to come shoot this real quick? Just one shot.
All right, my wife Kathy's catching up, but I think at this point it's pretty much a given that, I don't know, let's see. What arrows are the women shooting? X impacts for Melissa Kilburn.
I don't see anything higher or low. Of course.
Zombie Slayers for Sharon Wallace, and looks like X Impacts for Cara Kelly. Those are the chosen arrows for the female pros, so they're all shooting smaller arrows. The bugs are coming out on top of the mountain, folks. Wow, I said that same thing on this target for the men. So this target apparently is where the bugs like to be.
More is in the middle than up. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Cara Kelly first up on the last target of the event. All right, going to get Kathy down here, get a final update here, but from everything that was happening, it looks like, so on the senior side, Hopkins is 13 up, Kirkland, Taza, and Gillingham are all 6 up. Ray Young is 1, and the women here. Let's flip back to that real quick. To the women. All right, Cara Kelly, full draw. Long, heavy. Let down there for Cara. Some tough footing here. When we saw Jacob, Levi, and Dan shoot this, they pretty much, of course, Jacobs was just called out, but Levi crushed it. Dan crushed it. So it's a long target, but obviously these pros know how to figure out the distance. All right, here we go. Cara Kelly to full draw again. So Sharon Wallace is 2 up. Cara Kelly 6 down. Melissa 10 down. So that's probably going to be how it finishes. Oh. That looks like it's in the core line low. So if Melissa can make something happen here, this could be a big swing for second. Melissa just gives her side a zip and a little bit more zip, trying to go to school off Cara Kelly right there. Melissa Kilburn's been making great progress as a pro. She keeps making baby steps up. Now she finds herself on the top bale on the final day of IBO Worlds. Melissa maintaining her discipline, letting down again. Whether it's the last target or the first, you need to shoot the same shot. That's down on the bottom leg. That's going to be a 5. In case you heard that, it wasn't me. All right, here we go. Sharon Wallace pretty much just needs to hit foam here to win. Pull those women's scores up again, Kathy. Nope, that's it right there. All right, so with that 8, Sharon just needs to hit foam here to basically win. Here we go, Sharon Wallace, final arrow. This will be a clean sweep for Sharon. She won the Triple Crown. She won the Shooter of the Year. And when she wins this, she will have swept all 3 IBO titles this year. Sharon Wallace making sure that she has what she needs. Back foot is a little bit above the front foot. They still have to touch the stake. They can touch it on the front, the back, the side, or the side. So Sharon shoots an incredibly strong shot. So having that back knee bent should give her some aiming issues. Yep, that's an 8 tall for Sharon Wallace. And Sharon Wallace is going to be your 2021 IBO World Champion. We will let Sharon go get those arrows. That's going to be, for those of you wondering, hi. For those of you wondering, that's going to be a clean sweep for Sharon Wallace this year. Sharon has won the Triple Crown. Sharon has won the IBO Shooter of the Year. And Sharon has now won IBO Worlds. So pretty good IBO year for Sharon Wallace, I think. We're going to stay right here because the seniors are 1 target behind us. In case you saw there, Travis was trying to be a little bit of an overachiever, which I appreciate. But the seniors have caught right up. They're actually shooting the target behind us. So there's no reason for us to relocate. Once I get a chance to chit-chat with Sharon here, I'm sure the senior pros will be upon us. But barring any tomfoolery or craziness in the senior pro category, Jeff Hopkins will be the 2021 IBO Worlds champion in the senior pro. He has a pretty substantial lead. The real race over there is the 3-way tie for second. So I have a sneaking suspicion that this particular target right here could be the difference between second, third on the podium. And so obviously Tim Gillingham, Tony Taza, very familiar with that. So they are going to be battling that out. But here comes Sharon. We will get a quick word with her right where I'm standing. Good shooting, ladies. You got time, Sharon. Come here. Nice try. It's Sharon Wallace, everybody. This is your 2021 Women's Pro IBO Worlds Champion. And by the way, in case you hadn't known, that's a clean sweep for you this year in the IBO. You got the Triple Crown, you got the Shooter of the Year, and now you got the Worlds.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Again, shooting for my girl. Try to just keep it together today and make good shots. I was really a little emotional wreck because my bow yesterday found out it was shooting 2.5 yards short. So then we went back out and to make sure that it was on, but Jack had the other bow sitting there. So if I had to call a breakdown, but I believe in this bow, I shoot it well, so it did its job.
So this is the bow that you shot yesterday?
It is.
Okay, because I spoke with Jack, and he was just explaining, and look, folks, it wasn't any malfunctions. It was actually a loose screw that had Loctite on it, which there's nothing you can do about that. You can go through the process. We all do it, but sometimes things happen even if you've addressed it. So Jack's question last night, or Jack's pontification to me, was similar to what you just said. So once the bow was back doing what the bow was doing before, mentally, what did you have to do to get back into a place to have faith in that bow?
Once I knew, we actually took a target and we went out on flat ground, like by the riding stables area, and made short. Because shooting up and down, I start shooting high and low. I'm like, oh, is it really ready? So we said, we're taking a target, we'll go over here. And it pounded I was good. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to rock. Just hope I see the numbers and make my shot. That was it. You just got to believe in it, because if you don't believe in the bow, it's not going to work.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Absolutely dominant year at the IBO. Great job.
Thank you so much.
All right. That's Sharon Wallace right there. So the seniors, we're going to, let me back up and look. The seniors have one more person to shoot on that stake there, and then they will be up here. So, so in case you folks are wondering, if you want to know what the static problem is, it's when my mitts on this microphone come down and hit this transmitter. That's the problem. So the static has been, I'm a jackass, not equipment problems. The live feed dropping earlier today was, we don't even know why, because we have full service up here, but it happened. But anyway, we're here. So the static on the mic earlier was because my hand was sliding down, hitting that. So yeah, that's all me. So anyway, I'm going to I think I'm going to wrap a bunch of tape around the bottom here, so when my hand comes down, it just hits on that instead. But anyway, just want to remind everybody, Greg Poole here at Bowjunky Media. We're at the 2021 IBO Worlds. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Matthews, Joel Maxfield, Derek Phillips, Matt McPherson, all the folks over there, Brad True over there at Matthews. Thanks for your support of Bowjunky. Thanks for your support of everything, actually. So we are here. We are waiting for the seniors. I see Jeff Hopkins is coming to full draw over there. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense for us to like run back up there. Let me see if y'all are asking any questions. Hold on. All right, let me open up this cellular device. Let this thing update, and we will see what all of you savages have been talking about. 290. Come on, folks. Like and share this live feed so we can get that back up where it was. These female pros absolutely shot fantastic. No, Bowjunky hasn't abandoned YouTube. If you go to the Bowjunky Media YouTube, everything's updated up until, I think all the IBOs except for this one are updated. I'm not sure if I've got the Yankton stuff or the OPA stuff up yet. I update them every time we go home, so no, we're on there. If you're talking about live feeds, on the other hand, there are some connectivity issues. All right, let's see here. Bomar tape on the mic. Damn, how did I miss that? It's a good call. That's a really good call. Third in female. Kathy, who's going to finish third in the female? Kaylee. It was? All right, so Kaylee Johnston has passed Melissa Kilburn to take third at the 2021 IBO Worlds. So that's your update there. Just to give you guys a quick, what's up, babe?
Show you the finals.
All right, so the finals in the women's are Sharon Wallace finishes the weekend even, Cara Kelly 8 down, Kaylee Johnston 13 down, Melissa Kilburn ended up 15 down. So great shooting by the ladies this weekend. As far as the YouTube thing goes, so I am no tech geek, but I have been doing this for long enough to know that. Well, Joby, I wouldn't. It's from the left coast, from the Rocky Mountains and whatnot. This is a good hill. I'll leave it at that. But it's beautiful here. So here's how it works if you're talking about live feeds to YouTube. So here's how it works. We do run a box that allows us to simulcast to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, live feeds. The problem is it requires twice as much bandwidth. So it requires just as much data to send to Facebook and then that same amount of data again to send to YouTube. And most of the time that causes us problems. We can do it indoors though because we're usually plugged in. Well, all right, here we go, folks. It's time for the seniors. They made it. Tim smiling? No, you're smiling now.
That's the smile, meaning there's no change.
Right. Yes. Actually, let me come up here and get an update from Timmy. Did anything change? The last update I got was 3 of you were 6.
Yep.
Still? Ho, 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 ho. So this target's going to mean a lot. Huh? Well, I mean, the last update, all of you were tied. Oh, no. Sorry, I thought that was my Gatorade. Other side. I'm not ready for an energy drink yet, Ray. Okay, water. What's that? So there's a tie for third. That's the first drink I've had all day, folks. Don't judge me. I just had to unbutton my pocket. All right, so according to Tim Gillingham, Tony Taza is sitting in second by himself. And there's a tie for third. Jeff Hopkins, of course, is kind of out in the lead by himself. Tony trying to address the footing issue. If you remember my interview with Tony the other day, he said he actually has a special platform that he practices bad footing off of. All right, here we go, Tony Taza. This could secure second place for him right here. 11 for Tony Taza right there. So according to Tim Gillingham, that should secure second place for Tony Taza. Great shooting, Tony. So here we go. We have a race for third. Tim taking his time. This is an important arrow, folks. The difference between third and fourth. Tim taking a wide, very wide stance here. Tim Gillingham shoots an 8 low. That's an 8 low for Tim. So Tim Gillingham shoots a low 8. He was tied for third with Kirkland. So at this point, Kirkland needs a 10 to take third. All right, here's Ray Young to full draw. That's going to be an 8 low for Ray Young as well. Same height as Tim Gillingham. So Ray's going to be even. One down for the weekend. So here we go. Jeff Hopkins for the win. substantial lead. Jeff hangs a 10 right. Jeff Hopkins is going to be your 2021 IBO World Champion in the Senior Pro. All right, here we go. This arrow determines third place. All right, this arrow's for third place. Oh, that's going to be an 8 tall. That's going to be an 8 high. So it looks like at this point, Jeff Kirkland and Tim Gillingham will be tied for. It looks like Kirkland and Gillingham will be tied for third. Tony Taza will take second, and Jeff Hopkins will be your champion. We will get a word with Jeff as soon as we get back. Pretty exciting deal there. We knew that this target was going to be separating the other two positions on the podium. Jeff Hopkins absolutely crushed it today again. He has that Martin shooting really, really good. Well, while they're down there, the camera's looking at them, not me, which is good, which it should be. I'm going to come over here and look at Jeff Hopkins' bow. So he is shooting his signature series Martin Legend 730 AAE Freak Show Quick Detach Rest, shooting an Excel AV31 scope, Excel sight, shooting an LP light kit. He is shooting the Smackdown Conquest stabilizers, 3, 6, 9, 12. Looks like he's shooting about, well, I'm guessing about maybe 18 or so on the back, maybe more. I don't know how much those particular weights are. Then about 6 or 8 out front. I don't remember hold on. The string company he's shooting is I'm blind. X-Fire. I believe it's X-Fire. So this is the Martin Legend 730 bow that he's been talking about. It is his signature series from Martin Archery. I can't tell what bracket he's shooting down there. But other than that, that's Jeff Hopkins' rig. As far as arrows go, Jeff is shooting PS27s with AAE 2.3 hybrid vanes. That's not a lot. Oh, there's not a lot of point weight in those, so that's why he's shooting those vanes. So that's Jeff Hopkins. That's Jeff Hopkins' gear list. While Jeff was down there, I grabbed his bow and ran over his entire list. So.
What's up, man?
Well, look at this, man. It's Jeff Hopkins, the 2021 Senior Pro IBO World Champion. You came out today and continued the statement that you started earlier this week.
Yeah, I had a great day, a great weekend. You know, it's amazing when you get here how lousy my numbers were practicing on the practice range with my son Scott, and then just keep working at it, and good work, hard work pays off. So can't say enough about my Martin bow. You know, all my sponsors to support me, my family support me, my wife Tara and my son Scott are here. It's really cool stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, when you were down there, I grabbed your bow and went over the whole rig. The only thing I couldn't figure out is how much weight are you running out back?
I don't know, Greg. You know.
Yeah,
me.
I couldn't figure it out either. I knew asking you was a bad question.
I just kept stacking weight till it aimed good.
Till it works. Absolutely. So, all right, man. So you accomplished your goal here for the IBO. You got this done. Sounds like you got one more event in the books.
Yep, ASA Classic coming up, and look forward to that. You know, Tim and I, Gillingham, we're running 1 and 2 in the Shoot of the Year points, so that'll be a great weekend. Fun.
And then what?
And then elk season, and then Iowa whitetails, and then of course before all that we got a lot of stuff to corn and beans to harvest. So, looking forward to it all.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win, and have fun out there in the elk woods.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Right.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. Where is my wife, Kathy? So that is going to be the conclusion of this live feed. And of course, that will be a wrap for 2021 Bowjunky. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks for your support.
Thank you much.
That is more words than she usually is ever willing to speak. But anyway, thank you all for your support. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next year.
Good night now.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.